Hello, everybody. Welcome to Please Get Help. Joined again by Tohjiik and Taz. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Probably have to wait a little bit for Taz because he types. Anyway, you guys know I've been playing Skyrim again. The annual playthrough of Skyrim. And I was looking at my cat because I got one of those now. His name is Lucky. He's a great tabby and he's a little shithead. But anyway, I was thinking, if I was to make you into a Tohjiik character, what character would you be? And I thought, oh, I'll ask the guys what they think their cast would be in Skyrim. So, would either of you like to go first? If we want to follow this track of
Well,
discussion.
it is ironic you asked that because me and my sister just made the joke of what D&D class we think our cats would be. Um Elijah, our little boy cat, he would definitely be like a rogue because super he's super small, super tiny, super fast, somehow always appears behind you. And then he's constantly doing this like step, but he's basically always doing stealth attacks. He'll walk up behind you and he'll do the thing where he stretches out and then he runs his claws down your leg.
Lucky does that too. He's like in my, because like I've got the couch that I sleep in and play on my computer, and then I've got my gaming chair, or like moon chair, set up in front of my TV. And if I'm not in that, he'll sometimes lay in there. And we walk by, he'll do this fake stretching out and then try to nab us.
Just yoink.
Yeah.
Now, as for my fluffy boy Daryl Dixon, I guess this is kind of less of a Skyrim class, but
I mean, we can go generic D&D if you'd like.
I mean, really, it's just like basically if we want to apply like something you could do in Skyrim, he would just straight up be destruction magic and only destruction magic.
Yeah.
However, if you are just talking D&D, then we determine he would actually be a bard because I think I've told you guys this before. Daryl will go into an empty room and he'll just start singing. He'll just start going meow, 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 and you'll be like, Daryl, what's wrong? What's going on? And he's just meow, 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 and he's not hungry. There's nothing wrong. We're pretty convinced he just likes hearing himself talk. So yeah, he'll just chant his songs.
That kind of reminds me of the fact of this fun fact that bears will just sometimes just sit somewhere and enjoy the view. It's like they're not getting food or anything, they're just sitting there watching the horizon. That sounds pretty similar. What about Honda and Stinker? Or are they technically your cats and not
I
just
mean,
your dad's family's cats?
hmm, well, Stinker's definitely tank build because he is 13 pounds of chunk. He uses his head first for everything. And whenever you try to pick him up, he latches to the carpet. So Stinker's definitely just straight up tank. Um Honda, he would be that like old man spellcaster because he's not he's definitely a little scrawny in his old age. He's got some belly overhang and he always he always gets cranky about every like thing. Like he hates it when you move anything. He hates it when you do anything out of schedule. And when you do piss him off, he always takes it out on Stinker. Like you rough him up a little bit, you get him feisty, and then you put him on the floor, and then he just bolts for Stinker. He just finds Stinker and starts wrestling him. So yeah, probably like a old spellcaster.
There's like a specific character in mind. It's not Merlin. Maybe it's the Merlin from the Sword and the Stone movie. You know, the animated King Arthur movie when it's
Yeah. Yeah.
when he's not even King Arthur yet. Something like he's Cartankerous. Just oh dang nabbit. Can you? I'm pretty sure it's almost 10 years since you got Stinker. It's like probably like 7 or 8 years since you got
It's
Stinker.
been more actually. He's like I want to say like well past 13 now. I can't remember.
But as I'm talking right now, Lucky is sleeping in my chair, and he will randomly wake up and then turn to me and start glaring, and then just
He's
go
like, you
back to
talk
sleep.
too loud.
Probably. Taz, what about Joey and Lucy? Joey is Zargo.
Joey is Jazago. Okay, so basically,
He's the
straight up
guy.
destruction spells as well.
He's the guy that his spells never work, isn't that right? Like
It's not
always
that they
something
never work.
backfires.
It's just they don't work as intended. Because you do his first quest. Well, not his first quest. That's his only quest. You do the quest for him, and he gives you these scrolls, and he's like, "Yes, these scrolls will they will destroy any undead you come across. Just activate it and walk into the undead." And it's like, oh, okay, and they work. What he doesn't tell you, or I guess technically doesn't know, since he's testing them, is they cause the undead to explode. And so basically, when you cast the spell and you walk into Draugr, they become landmines 2 inches away from your face. So technically they worked. They just didn't work as intended.
That sounds explicitly like the ketchup incident.
Mm.
Taz, do you want to tell the audience about the ketchup incident? As I say that, he posts the 1,000 yard stare meme. I don't know about Lucy is probably like it's probably like you let your sibling like you say like your little sister play Skyrim for the first time and they're just going around collecting flowers and chasing bugs.
I
These are
don't know,
just
that
too
one
sweet.
picture you sent of her the other night where she's just sitting on her back and then just in the red light looked like some kind of eldritch horror.
Okay, audience, Taz just sent another picture, but it's some cat and it's giving a sus stare. It's like bombastic side eye.
Like, just with the red light and the fact that you can't see her eyes just looks like she's extremely pissed off.
Guys, could you please send me pictures of your cat so I can put them in the video so the
You
audience can
just
see
sent
who
the
we're
one to
talking
the
about?
Discord.
That's definitely the one I'm getting. But maybe also send a normal look, or I've actually saved a couple pictures that I showed my mom, so I'll use a normal one that doesn't look like she's in this. What's the what is Malakath's realm called?
Oh, Malakath? What is his?
Something Ash,
Wait.
isn't it?
Oh, wait. Are you talking about the Ashlands?
Yeah, something like something like that. I
Ashman?
think that's like the reddest one I can remember. Because the Soul Plane is like very purple and gray, if I
Yeah.
remember.
I don't. It's not Malakath though. I think. Well, thanks, Brave. I'm so glad you showed me everything except for what I'm looking for. I think that's Maroon's.
Oh yeah, the
Oh, it is
Oblivion
Malakath.
Gates.
Ashman is the plane of oblivion that is ruled by the Daedric Prince, Prince Malakath. Oh, wait. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. God, what is it? Maroon's Dagon. The one you literally go to in Oblivion.
The planes, well, the
Is it the
entire broader dimension is called Oblivion.
Deadlands? Well, okay,
She
so
does totally
that's
look like she's chilling out in an Oblivion Gate and like
yeah,
original Oblivion.
yeah. It was actually funny you say that because on the Bethesda.gear site they have like an Oblivion like portal lamp thing.
Yeah.
You just have that in the background.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Okay, well,
Alright, I
what
better
would
talk.
Lucky be?
Lucky is some kind of multi-class because he would be the biggest asshole thief assassin. Like, I'm not talking about like a heroic Robin Hood-esque Thieves Guild character. I'm talking go in while your NPC is talking to its spouse or whatever, steal everything, including the clothes off their back, and then turn around and stabs them with a soul-binding dagger. But he is, because like I said, we'll try to nab you. He destroys everything. I have these like Halo-themed totes, and he scratched the corner of one so bad that it's turned like the cover on the corner to shreds, and I could see the wood paneling. There's like plywood on the side because, well, it's a box. He he scratched divot out of this wooden 2-drawer shelf thing I got at Best Buy. It's just chunks ripped out. He's scratched the crap out of the door jamb to our mudroom. He's destroyed who knows how many of his toys. He keeps stealing my sister's stuffed animals from her room. Keeps knocking over my mom's poor little dolls she has on her dresser. And like he's gotten into the trash to grab those like pads and the packets of raw meat. But he is very sneaky. There is times Mom will have left, like we know he's in one place, and then we turn around and he's right behind us. He disappeared for 2 days because he was hidden under my couch. Because my mom brought her boyfriend over, and Ellie came home, and that was the first time he met Ellie. Because she was gone the whole summer.
Oh,
We
so
got
he was
him.
in a safety spot.
I thought he was let outside. he disappeared so much. And what I'm like refilling the dog bowl or something. I'm next to the island counter thing that separates our living room from the kitchen, and I turn around and he's right behind me, and I'm like, God damn it, Lucky. Because we swear he teleports. We call him Houdini because we swear he teleports. But then there
Yeah,
are
it's that
times he is
instant
just
movement.
so loud. I'm talking like he will run from mom's room into the kitchen to chase after her, and he goes, duh, 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 and we go, oh, hi, horse. So he would be like a rogue, but in heavy armor.
A heavy
And
armor
just
thief.
be, yeah, and he'd just be that Skyrim player.
That just makes me think like he would like max out pickpocketing and he would do the whole bucket over the head trick.
Hmm. And then he'd probably be, in like the first episode of their Skyrim series where Zack uses a blizzard scroll in the middle of and he would do that, but on purpose. And he's obsessed with
Just
getting into our vents. We have like those little in the floor vents. I'm not talking like Die Hard or anything, but it's little rectangular vents. And obsessed with pulling the covers off of them. He's just, I love him the best, but he's just the worst sometimes.
he's just his alignment is just chaotic.
Absolutely. Oh, and there are times he will just he's very quiet usually, but in like that 95% of the time, either we leave him in mom's room so we can get groceries in and leave the doors open, or like mom will go outside for like a second and go, well, well. He'll just do it when we're sleeping and he wants us to be up for no reason. Okay, anyway,
Uh,
shall we move on? Or do you guys have
yeah, I think that
and
about
oh,
covered it.
before I forget, you remember when we were playing BMR5 and we were talking about about our characters eating Pringles and how we wanted some?
Oh yeah,
Literally the next day, my mom got me some Pringles.
spoke it into existence.
Yeah. Anyway, so do we want to do Elder Scrolls Total War, or do we want to do our Skyrim? Uh-oh. Taz said something with spoiler on it.
Oh, it's
Oh, it's
just
just a
army
couple of
helmets.
helmets. Excuse me, it's a couple. They've got the paint job of World War II helmets, but they're stylized like modern helmets. Though they're, I hope that they didn't like cut up an actual M1 helmet. Oh god, they did. Oh, it's probably not too bad. They made literally millions of them. Anyway, so Elder Scrolls Total War or different Elder Scrolls slash Fallout slash Mountain Blade character ideas.
I'm down for character ideas because I got a lot of those.
Okay. Would you like to start? And
Ugh.
I wonder what crazy nonsense Taz has. 'Cause he's probably got some wild ones.
I mean, I have a feeling I have an idea of what one of his builds is, but uh, well, recently I have found myself having a bit of a hyperfixation on playing a paladin character on both Skyrim and ESO because
Uh,
I couldn't be any more addicted to the Elder Scrolls. Um,
yeah. For those in the audience that might not know, would you like to explain what a paladin is? I mean, it's
uh,
probably not necessary, but it's like padding out the
probably,
runtime, you know?
and I probably don't have the best definition of it, but
I, I can help if you need it. Because
basically, just for the quick TLBR, uh, I love my god, I have big shield, I cast holy magic, die. At least
Pretty
that's the
much.
paladin I'm playing. At least.
Pretty much. It's just a knight that has more religious conviction. Think like your crusaders and such. Though actually the term paladin used to refer to like Charlemagne's inner circle of knights.
Charlemagne. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Eh, Man, there used to be some awesome names in medieval times. There was Alfred, Alfred the Great, Brian Boru, Charlemagne, Charles Martel or Charles the Hammer, Rollo, called Rollo the Walker because there's a story that he was so big he couldn't ride a horse.
That just makes me think of
I,
General Rodon.
Harold Hardrada, hard ruler, literally. And then after 1066, like, especially with, like, kings of England and France, it's basically William, Henry, Edward, Philip, Charles, John, you know?
It is actually kind of you saying that just popped into my mind about how someone on TikTok, I forgot who, but just some random video that popped up mentioned how like a lot of fantasy, or not a lot, but there's a good bit of like fantasy books out there that will just use like generic, like modern day names,
Yeah.
which, and I mean, fair enough. I did that too. Most of my characters in Tohjiik are just generic ass names, and I've been actually working on trying to give them more fantastical names. But yeah, that just kind of reminded me of, like you said, how like there's not really much any medieval names like Charlemagne and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
Um,
anyways, to kind of
one of my favorite
wind
names.
us.
Can I just say one of my favorite medieval names? This is like from the 1400s. It was this. I don't know if he was a bishop or something, but he was part of the Catholic Church in the eastern part of the Holy Roman Empire, like your Czechoslovakia and such. And his name was Jan Hus, and he was like basically he was Martin Luther before Martin Luther, and he was like, man, the Catholic Church is so fucking corrupt, and like they don't actually listen to the teachings of the Bible. But I just like it because it's so fun to say Jan Hus.
Yahoos.
Anyway, would
Yahoo.
you like to talk about your paladin story and the
Oh,
equipment and
yes.
somewhat? So we
Getting
could,
back on track on that.
yeah, sorry
So
for
that's
derailing so much.
no, you're good. Um, the build I've been doing for Skyrim, I kind of just Googled Paladin build Skyrim and found a random uh page on the wiki, or on the Elder Scrolls wiki, that went over it, and it's been pretty fun. You use well, one, you pretty much rock the Dawnguard armor. You do sword and shield, and you use Dawnbreaker, and
Absolutely.
the build recommends actually using the Ancient Elf shield from the Dawnguard DLC.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a miss it. I don't want to say blink and you miss it, but it's like if you're not,
Out of the way.
yeah, if you're not looking for it, you can easily walk past that. I don't even know if it's technically called the Ancient Elf shield. It might be called something else. I just know that it's a snow elf shield. But I have been working towards actually using Spellbreaker, because that just also seems very paladin-y, since not only does that block physical attacks, but it literally uses a ward.
Speaking of, have you seen the screenshot someone took of those their overpowered enchanted magic resistant ring. It's like 118%, and
I've
it's
seen a
and
picture
it's
of it because they named it Magic's Not Real, stupid.
yeah, I know. That's the best.
I also
Anyway.
love they made another one. I think it was like a dagger or something, but it was they named it oh look the floor, and it says paralyzes targets for like 6,000 years.
Oh god, gotta love this community. So what does your paladin use magic? Probably
Um,
restoration and such, right?
yeah, hold on. This was a bad time to eat a wing.
Great, now I'm craving wings. The night this
So
morning I asked my mom if she could get stuff for biscuits and gravy, so hopefully she has.
um, so yeah, what the build uh was kind of showing on me was restoration, obviously, and then alteration for like stones or yeah, stone skin and whatnot. Which, admittedly, I have doing this build. I realize I've never used alteration spells before. I've never actually like used stone skin and like
Not
all
even
the
transmute ore from halted stream.
no. I've completely dis regarded um that entire spell tree.
Fair enough.
Which, to be fair, for the longest time when I was a kid, my go-to playthrough was dual wielding swords
Yeah,
because
your old
one, that was the easiest to spam.
I remember your old videos, like when you were still using iMovie when we were in middle school. It was this big hulking tiger Khajiit with dual wield scimitars.
Yeah, that was just for some reason what I would do. I'd make my guy really big. I would do the in my time of need. I would kill the red guards and steal their swords, and that was the only reason I would ever do that quest, was just to steal their swords, and I would literally just rock those swords until the end of the game.
Nice.
But now that I have more of a developed brain,
Yeah.
now I'm just getting all sorts of quirky with my builds, like doing this paladin build and another build actually I've been doing on Skyrim. Ironically, kind of is the complete opposite. It's called the Soul Reaper, and it's basically a heavy armored necromancer where you basically get either Umbra if you have Anniversary Edition, or if you just have base game, you get the Mace of Molak Bao, you get the Black Star,
Excuse me.
and everyone you kill, you just absorb their soul and just endlessly keep recharging your weapon. And then you just work your way to freaking Dragonbone armor, and you just literally summon like I just did the Dawnguard DLC, so now I just summon Bone Men.
I don't think I ever got that far in the DLC, but I probably never got that far in any of the DLC. It was the only
You
like last year or so I finally went to Solstheim, but that was because the so I probably talked about this in like our Gunpowder Elder Scrolls episode, and it was like I wanted a certain gun from the Ordo Legioני mod, and I needed the enhanced crossbow, but I can only get the enhanced crossbow for getting a schematic for what's her name
oh,
at
and
the Dawn Guard.
she sent you to Solstheim.
Yeah,
Yeah, she did the exact same thing for me.
yeah. And I went. got the thing and then got out. And then like the other day on my like ranger elf character, I read that you net netches give grand souls, so I was walking around Solstheim harvesting netches.
Um, yeah, and Soul's time to get the you can summon the bone men that spawn there, but you have to kind of like go out of your way to find them because they're just at the books for them are just at random monuments around Solstheim, and because there's no map for it, you kind of just travel around until you find something.
Speaking of Solstheim, why are the Reiklings so tanky? I was like
Oh wait,
20 plus
I
levels.
misspoke. I said Solstheim. I meant the Soul Karen. But, um, anyways, but why the riot claims are so tanky is because technically that's like it's kind of like the Nuka world in Fallout 4. You're kind of intended to go to Solstheim around level 30.
Oh.
So it's kind of your like after you kill Alduin. I mean, you don't have to, obviously, but although there is unique dialogue from Mirak if you do go before and or after you kill Alduin. But yeah, the kind of general intent was you go there level 30-ish because it's much harder. Because even the Ash spawn are tanky.
What are the ash spawn?
Yeah, the
I'm trying to remember if
I'm
I've seen them, but
they're literally just like the Ash Draugr things that ambush you whenever you go explore a house. I wonder if I can find a gif from them.
I haven't really gotten into any of the dungeons on
Well,
uh
you don't even have to go to the dungeons. They're like right outside the. Hold on, I'll pull up a picture. There's no way you haven't ran into them, even if you just quickly went through Solstheim. They're everywhere.
I ran into some landmine pure white frostbite spiders. Hold on, I need to. No, I don't believe I've seen those yet, but I
Uh,
need to pause real quick. All right, so Full Metal Necromancer, huh?
uh yes, ish. Really, just heavy armor necromancer. Basically, what I've done with that character is just like the Dark Brotherhood quest line. Like instead of like being a stealthy assassin, I just get in there, thump them on the head, and leave.
Fair enough.
And like I think I did like one of the bonus objectives where that one lady asked you to take out someone in Windhelm. I just walked right up, thunked the target on the head in front of all the guards, and then thunked my way out of the city.
Not a bad plan.
But if I was to suggest a fun build idea for anyone to try, if it's possible to do with any version of Skyrim. But I will say Anniversary Edition. Actually, is it Anniversary Edition or is that just base game now? Ba- basically, do a an unarmed build. Like just punch your way through Skyrim. You get that. There's those gloves in the Ratways you can get that
Gloves of the
increases your unarmed
Pugilist.
damage. And if you have special edition or anniversary edition, I don't know which one they added it in. There's an armor type of each for the brawler gloves. And there's actually a perk in heavy armor called like Iron Fists that increases the damage you do. And if you really want to max it out, play a Khajiit because they do even more damage with unarmed skill.
Yeah, because they claw you up.
Because they have the claws. So I did that once,
And the
and I just
animation
was starting.
actually changes if you are a Khajiit,
Yeah,
because
they're
instead of fists, it's like claws are out and they're swiping.
yeah. Although the kill animations are the same, but they go they go really hard. There's one where you just straight up start suplexing people. When I did that build, I played as a Nord, and I
Mhm.
basically just made myself the cover art dragonborn, and I started doing the Stormcloak quest line, and I did the first one where you go get the crown,
Yeah.
and I was just like, because I had the perk and the armored gloves, I was just suplexing Imperials back and forth. It was stupidly fun.
I would actually like. This is probably going to be controversial. I don't care for either side, but like I like the actual quests, especially the sieges. It's like
Yeah.
it's a siege. You're playing in Skyrim, and the I wonder what kind of a beast Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be. Because can you imagine like Mountain Blade style sieges? Because like in Mountain Blade, it's even in the first one, it's like 100. It's like hundreds of people fighting. So that's Warband is very stripped down compared to Elder Scrolls. Quick pause for a Taz mention. Speaking of stealing a crown, did y'all hear about the Louvre heist? I've heard nothing but.
Yeah, same. I've been hearing everything about it.
I mean, I like it for the meme
No,
factor, and I've got to appreciate how they did it. But what I'm sad is that now those jewels, instead of being in a museum for the people to see, because technically they belong to the people of France now, ever since France finally cemented itself as a republic. And now they're probably in some rich asshat's bathroom or something, like Jeff Bezos. Actually, it would probably be more Elon Musk. Somebody like Elon Musk hiring somebody to steal them. That's what I'm kind of sad about.
I don't know. I follow the meme factors as well. I've seen like stupid clips. Like I saw one of them where someone was just a speed run of Payday, and it was playing the do 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 do, and he's just like b hopping into the vault, grabs it, and then b hops away.
Did you see that the company that made it's it's not
Oh,
they
the
made an
company
app.
that made the lift they
Yeah,
used.
that's the word I was looking for. The,
Yeah,
the
jumped on the bandwagon and was like, "Hey, if these guys can do it, it must be a pretty good lift."
Absolutely. Uh, Taz posted the side eye cat sticker again. Uh, get back on topic. Taz, do you have any, I guess, like character ideas or run ideas for Elder Scrolls or Fallout? Or you only played a little bit of Mountain Blade, but I know you play Final Fantasy. I don't know how customizable Final Fantasy is. So while it's very different.
It's very different.
Uh,
I will say, I will just throw in here while Taz is typing. You were talking about sieges earlier
mhm.
and whatnot. I have to say, that's kind of why I really like ESO Cyrodiil War, because it's pretty much massive sieges 24/7. Like, I think I sent you guys the clip. They called it the Revengeance server. It was like a test server where they were basically testing the limits of the game. And because it was so populated, I ended up having like this battle at a bridge for like almost like half an hour. Just it was the I want to say it was the Dominion and the Ebonheart pack. Just we were basically just going back and forth over this bridge until literally the bridge itself fell, and we were just basically launching catapults at each other until somebody backed off.
That sounds awesome. Taz has said, "I'm pretty basic when it comes to playing role playing games. I try to play as I think the character would." Uh, Taz, to clear up I guess what I'm trying to say by run character idea is like, I guess mostly the like gear and like skills you focus on in that kind of play style. Like how Terran's gone for the heavy armor and the sword and shield, but also non-combat magic for his paladin. You know, and like maybe like what faction they work for, what uh I guess side guild they might do stuff for. You know, uh, okay. So you don't
Well, I
really have
know.
anything specific in mind? Says, yeah, I'm just saying I try to do what the character would. Skyrim, for example. What were you saying, Taryn?
Nord, heavy armor, two-handed stormcloak, maybe companions. Well, I won't go into full details, but I remember a long time ago Taz said he once did a run a true Nord run where he was attempting to wipe out all the elves from Skyrim.
I mean, fair enough, but am I the only one that's finding that kind of thing old?
That's every run.
I should have known.
uh, this is okay. This is kind of a dark turn, but has anyone ever just attempted basically I don't know how to word this. Basically, has anyone pulled an Undertale genocide run and just tried to kill any killable NPC in Skyrim?
Actually, no, I haven't. I don't know if I just don't have the mental energy for that, or
I mean,
well, also,
I've
if there is an annoying ass NPC, like I'm starting to without fail gun down Malcolm and what is it, Oliver? The who won the lottery? I did.
yeah, I did.
I know there's times I like get overstimulated. It's like I definitely go quick save and then go ballistic.
I know. I've done it technically twice. Once was for an achievement, believe it or not. The other was just. Oh, well, actually, it was because it was when Skyrim Special Edition first came out and Xbox had mod support. So just playing around with mods, I installed like I think it was the cheat room, and the cheat room lets you just turn on God mode and spawn in whatever weapons you want for console. And so I just turned on God mode and infinite stats, spawned in Daedric armor, and was just
Off to the races.
basically wiping out Skyrim. Um, and then the second time, technically it was also on Xbox, ironically, but it was for the most wanted achievement where you need like I think it's like a bounty of 10,000 gold in each of the realms.
Oh yeah.
And the quickest way to do that is to kill guards because each guard is like 1,000 gold. Or
And then it's not
okay,
a
it's a
big
thousand
hindrance.
gold in all nine holds, but
It's not a
so it's
big
like I think it's
hindrance because the guards will
Yeah.
respond and they don't have much weight on the game itself. So you're not like
But
screwing yourself over killing a
well,
guard.
and immediately what I ended up doing was because it was getting tedious, I just made one save and then I just ran to the all realms, just fought anyone in my way. And then once I got the achievement, I just reloaded. But
Smart. I will say for because I've mostly played on special edition with mods. I mostly do like history based ones because I am a fat fucking nerd. I've but there's also so many good mods. There's like a whole like Viking mod, of, like the armor and the weapons, and then there's a Roman Empire, like both Roman Empire mods. The regular one we think of the Western one, and then the Byzantine Empire. Uh, there's a Mongolian armor and weapons mod. There's one for Polish winged hussars. You know, then the winged hussars arrive. There's Ordo Legionnae, like I said, that makes like normal looking muskets and blunderbusses and such. I like. Oh, there's the couple of samurai armor mods. And there was a time I did try to do like a massive series of how to play this historical warrior in Skyrim, and then I lost steam for that, and then I gave up after all these updates that Bethesda's put on. But I think I tried to revive that with Bannerlord and Warband. But one of my favorites that I like to play for Fallout New Vegas, I'll get out of the way, is I'm calling it my Texas Ranger run. It's basically the Cowboy Repeater and the 357 Magnum. You can also probably do a combat knife and dynamite, but I don't know, I never feel compelled to use melee or uh explosives. At least not explosives, not so much as in Fallout 4, because you don't. There's not a specific hotkey for
yeah, I was
explosives.
gonna say those are both funner to use in like 4.
Yeah, and of course some kind of like cowboy outfit. There's one that I downloaded. I was like, I don't want to. It was a female bandit or desperado armor. I don't think it was called. I can't remember it, but it's on Nexus. Just I guess just look up cowgirl on Nexus,
Oh,
and then
well,
and then the idea I had
careful.
for
What?
that was I, I saw all my analytics after my spree of uploading Total War videos, and they were all guys that were 25, 4 to 34 or whatever, like 20s to 30s, and so they're probably mature enough to know what I'm talking about. Anyway, and then the other part of that, I guess to add a twist to it, but I never gotten around to this part, was that you heal by what you hunt and gather in the woods. Like you, I don't know, pick your own corn and jalapenos and shoot bighorners and geckos, and you cook those up for your heals. Plus sarsaparilla, Nuka Cola, and pork and beans, because it's the Old West. You can't pass up beans, you know? And then Dr. Bags, because of course, what's a staple of Western film or television? The doctor in his bag. And then, have you, and for, this is for a specific Mountain Blade Warband mod called Rebirth of Calradia, which is basically just an upgraded version of vanilla Warband. It's the one. that I started the Tohjiik Mercenaries Only playthrough on. Have either of you guys heard of the book or like any of the films of Ivanhoe?
I can't say I have, unfortunately.
I don't want to be mean, but I doubt Taz has either. Uh, Ivanhoe was this book written by Sir Wilfrid Scott, and it's about England in the time of the Third Crusade. And the main character is an Anglo-Saxon knight called Wilfrid of Ivanhoe, but everyone just says Ivanhoe. Because Wilfrid is not a very sexy hero name. Anyway, and then Ivanhoe winning jousts and like rescuing one of the maidens and all that stuff. But in like the one big battle of the story, at least in the movie and the miniseries that are on Tubi, so that means they're free to watch. The 1980s film and the 1990s BBC miniseries. Uh, the three bad knights have kidnapped Isaac of York and his daughter Rebecca, the Jewish banker, that have taken in Ivanhoe after he was wounded in the joust and are trying to heal him. And they also kidnap Ivanhoe's dad, uh, his love interest, the guy that his love interest is arranged to marry, and then they're all kidnapped by the bad knights. And anyway, guess who comes to save them?
Hmm.
Fucking Richard III and Robin Hood. Robin Hood and the Merry Men siege this castle and rescue them. So yeah, it's the dumbest description possible. It's a Robin Hood story, but the main character is not Robin Hood.
Huh.
Anyway, so that inspired me into this Ivanhoe themed run for Warband. It's you play as the Swadians, which are the regular, I guess, chivalric. Like when you think of medieval times, you think of this faction, the knights and the crossbows and such. Anyway, it's there's a unit called Swadian Crusaders. I go with those for your heavy cavalry knight because Richard III and Ivanhoe are both knights. And then I also use Swadian archers and longbowmen for the Merry Men, because who are Robin Hood and the Merry Men famous for? They're archers. And then you go on to support the claimant of Swadia, Lady Isola of Suno, and then you're supposed to try and get her on the throne as your Ivanhoe is help as Ivanhoe and Robin Hood often help Richard III get onto the reclaim his throne. And then there's a second one. This is also one of my. This is probably the one I've done most on Bannerlord. I call it. I call her Queen Tomiris of the Scythians, and the Scythians are in a very dumbed down uh, description. Are basically Bronze Age Mongolians because there's nothing
Hmm.
new under the sun. They're the nomadic horse archer people during the time of like the Greeks and Alexander and the Persians. And they like live above the Greeks and the Persians at the top of the Black Sea and like Ukraine and such, and they often come down into their lands. And Tamiris is famous because at some point Cyrus, the founder of the Persian Empire, and the legend is decided to invade her lands, and he ends up killing her son, or he drives her son to suicide. And then this gets Tamira so mad that when their two armies meet. She whips the crap out of him, cuts his head off, and stuffs it in a bag of blood, and basically says, "You want blood? There, have your fill."
Yeah.
Yeah. And so basically, it's uh, you play Bannerlord, and you play as a horse archer, and you recruit horse archer units. There's a mod that I like. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like native female troops or whatever that you can recruit male and female troops. Because get this, the origin of the myth of Amazons is actually the Scythians, because they would often let at least noble women be part of the fighting.
Hmm.
Thus, also warrior queen Tamiris, and so just recruit a bunch of horse archers and fill your what's the word I'm looking for? Fill your army with horse archers, and you make your own kingdom, and you call it Scythia. And what I like to do, because in Bannerlord there's a family mechanic. You can get married and have kids, or if you get a mod, you can sleep with somebody and have kids with them, and you don't need to get married. And so for every daughter I have, I would name them after a famous female warrior, like Boudica or Joan of Arc, you know? So that's fun. Uh,
Huh.
do you guys have any run ideas for other games or more Skyrim ideas?
That's about all I got.
Alright. I think 3 for 3 is fair enough. Let's see how long that episode was. Where's 57 minutes. We're almost at an hour. Should we end this video and then go do the Outer Scrolls Total War units, or just end it, call it a night?
I'd probably just end and call it a night, to be honest.
Alright, fair enough. Thank you everybody for watching. If you do any of these runs, either using our cats for Skyrim or any of the runs we suggest, or you have some of your own, don't feel free to comment. We'd love to hear them. I'd love to hear anything from you. Nobody has ever commented on any of my videos so far, and it's getting maddening. But thank you again. Have a good one. Be safe. Bye.
See ya.
Alright, just gonna wait to see what Taz says. Just gotta account for a little delay with him if he wants to say goodbye or not. He just posted a gif of a cat sticking his tongue out. That's appropriate. Alright, bye. Peace.